Well, what would I have to do? No, that doesn't matter. I accept.
Good. And as far as what you'll have to do, we keep it very simple in the Army. You take orders from those above, you give orders to those below. The private has a corporal, and the corporal has a sarge, and so it goes on up the chain. From captain on through colonel to the general in charge, each man is lord of his domain. And every last enlisted man stands at salute for the lowliest of officers, and that's a loot. Lieutenant Joseph W. Reiser, American Expeditionary Forces, Signal Corps. And that's yours truly, that's your duly appointed, newly anointed leader of the Bell Battalion Telephonic Ladies Switchboard Unit number 1. There'll be 33 women, 28 operators reporting to 4 supervisors reporting to 1 chief. That's you.
And I report to you.
Correct.
And are you in charge of anyone except me?
No.
That seems odd.
Correct again. The captain has his company, the corporal has a squad, and each man knows just where he stands. The colonel rules his regiment, and Pershing is our god, so we all hop to his command. And when the general's on the phone and finds it slow to call, and when he doesn't give a fig for army protocol, and wants to let some women in to throw it all in disarray, I say okay, and I obey. I go and find the man some females right away. 'Cause orders aren't suggestions, no matter how misguided. A soldier never questions what his higher-ups decided must be done. Even when it's setting up and heading up a ladies' switchboard unit number 1.
You don't think it's a good idea?
My opinion doesn't matter here, Miss Baker. That's the beauty of the Army. If my commanding officer tells me to train a group of women as soldiers, I don't need to think about whether that's advisable or even possible. I do it. And if he asked me to sharpen begonias into bayonets, I would do that too.
Lieutenant, I'm sure the women who've been selected for this unit won't be delicate flowers, if that's what you're implying. And I'm sure we wouldn't want to be treated any differently than the men.
Wonderful! Shall we start the training with 20 push-ups? No. Miss. Sure, they tell me this is something I'll adapt to. Treat the ladies like the boys. How's a fella supposed to snarl and holler, snap to, at the type that he was taught to tip his cap to? How can someone be direct in all his dealings, lording it over subordinates like these? God forbid that I offend their tender feelings. And what if that young underling I roar for is the kind that I'm inclined to hold the door for? It's a quandary, a conundrum. It's like marching to the beat of more than one drum, but that's fine. I don't lie. I know that everyone's got marching orders. Lord knows I've got mine. And mine is not to reason why. Mine is but to do and die whenever I run into friends from the academy who wanna know what outfit do I rock. It's the Bell Battalion Telephonic. How do I afford this title?